Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel. If you're new here, please subscribe. I'd really love that. If you're returning, how are you today? A bit of an apology. Sorry I didn't upload yesterday. I was cleaning and sanitizing my house all day, and I didn't open up the windows because we have the air on, and from all the bleach and the Lysol and everything, I literally burned my throat, and it was terrible. And still all I can smell and taste is bleach. So between bleach and Lysol and Odoban, it's like I'm still scratchy. It's terrible. But in today's video, I want to address something, and it's something that I hear a lot, that preppers are hoarders. And I'm like, seriously, you can't even put us in the same category. How dare you? It's almost like, it's a defamation of character, if you will. And it's a common statement, really, that I'm sure we've all heard before. I know I've heard it. I'm sure you've heard it. But, it is what it is. But to preppers, this statement can be very irritating. And I know I get irritated by it. I'm sure you get irritated by it. But why do we get irritated by it? And in my opinion, it's because preppers, we're not hoarders, right? We're not, seriously. There's a huge difference between us and hoarders, right? And hoarders are not preppers. There's, come on. And in order to distinguish the two, there are questions that should be asked, right? And some of those questions are, is it a good idea to prep? Well, yeah. Is it a good idea to hoard? Well, no. Is prepping planned out? Yeah. Is hoarding planned out? No. Does it have a purpose? Does prepping have a purpose? Well, yeah. Does hoarding have a purpose? Well, no. Can prepping be taken too far? It can be. Can hoarding be taken too far? Yeah. Is prepping a diagnosable disease? No, but hoarding is. Yeah. Do preppers live normal lives? Absolutely. Do hoarders? Not from what I've seen. Do they fit in? Yeah, we do. Do hoarders? Not from what I've seen. And can they survive survival emergencies? Yes, we can. Can hoarders? And I actually speak from experience with this. I'm not a hoarder, but my sister Lori is. So I know the big difference between me and her. Now, if you want the technical definition of a hoarder, it's a person with a genuine personality disorder, which actually cripples their ability to function normally and have a normal life. And, excuse me, this has actually happened to my sister Lori in a big way, okay? And it's financially, it has not just hurt her, but my father and mother as well. Excuse me, my throat literally is so dry from the bleach. It's terrible. It is a type of OCD, okay? Like when you say OCD, you know that I have OCD. But I have OCD with cleaning, right? But hoarding is actually a type of OCD as well, okay? They collect things and store things, excuse me, that they feel are important to them. It doesn't discriminate between young and old, right? And it's I'm trying to think of a way to really describe this. It's usually they don't know how to organize their hoard. You know what I mean? And oftentimes they become overwhelmed with their hoard, and it takes over not just their homes, but their lives as well. And like in my sister's case, she actually, it got so bad with her that she actually lost everything that she ever owned, including her home, to the point where my parents couldn't even help her anymore. And now everything is in storage locker container, like the storage things, like, you know, and my dad pays for all of those. And they're in different states. Like she has ones here in Florida, she has them in Jersey, she has them in Massachusetts, and she has them in California. Literally everywhere. And they're filled with nothing but like what I would consider garbage, literally. Like my sister has a problem with going to Dollar Tree, Salvation Army, and Goodwill and just buying, buy, and she never stops. And it even trickled into my mom and dad's house, and it even trickled here into my garage, until I got so just upset and I gave everything to Salvation Army. So, but enough about my sister Lori, because honestly, but with hoarders, their conditions, like of their homes, can become deplorable and unsanitary. Excuse me. Now, with preppers, we're completely opposite of hoarders, right? We're totally organized when it comes to our stockpile, right? We never call our stockpile a hoard, ever. You'll never hear that come out of any of our mouths, ever. And we function on a highly, calculated level. It's terrible. My throat hurts so bad. Everything is planned and calculated. Every idea, down to the simplest detail. Everything is planned, from the way we set up our pantries to the amount of time passes in between rotation of our supplies. Preparation is the heartbeat of preppers. Preparation, organization, inventory. It's crazy how we get, right? Everything is done with purpose of maintaining and extending the lives of our families, right? Excuse me, I'm so sorry. Next time I'll turn on the exhaust fan when I'm doing the bathrooms. It's awful. Now, one aspect that sets preppers apart from hoarders is the fact that the best way to survive is to know exactly what you have and to know exactly where it is at all times. That's why I always say, like when I'm doing inventory, is I know exactly where everything is. I know exactly how much of everything that I have, and everything is organized, and I mean organized to a T. I know exactly every single thing that I have. Everything, right? Although sometimes hoarders may be able to locate an item of interest, usually everything is lost under layers and layers and layers of hoard. It's terrible. It really has. If you've ever actually seen it, not just on TV, but in person, it's awful. Preppers take pride in their organization of their stockpile, because we really do. Preppers may have a lot of stocked, but everything has a place, a category, and is a lot of times it's labeled. Now, you make the call. Are we the same as hoarders? No, we're really not, right? Now, prepping, as you know, is not an easy task at all. Some may see it as an art form, a very skilled art form. that takes years to master. Because as you know, there's so many different aspects of prepping. And not everyone knows all aspects of prepping 100%. I would never sit here and say, I know all aspects of prepping. Nobody would say that, because then they would be considered a liar. I don't know everything there is about prepping, and I would never say that I would. I'm too new to this to say that I know everything about prepping. So to refer to a prepper as a hoarder is a misinformed view. It really is. And when you look at it side by side, the differences are extremely clear. While preppers and hoarders both have a lot of items in their possession, they couldn't be any more polar opposites. Well, that's all for this video, guys. I really have to put my voice to rest. It's terrible. I don't think there's going to be any more talking for the rest of the day. I bet you Sean's going to be happy about that. All right, I love you guys. I'll see you in the next one. Stay safe, stay warm, stay positive, keep prepping, and remember always to fear less. Bye.